So yeah, we're gonna continue this series with top 5 shooting guards. And at number 5, I got Bradley Beal. He's playing very good this season, over 30 points on average, and should be an All-Star, but wasn't. And yeah, it's like in the last video with Damian Lillard, it's not really his fault that his team is hella trash, so he can't really carry them to the playoffs by his own. I think the only really help is Rui Hachimura and maybe Davis Bertans. So I hope for the Wizards that next season John Wall will came back injury free and maybe they can make a run to the playoffs. I don't know. I mean, it's the Eastern Conference, everything is possible there, but yeah, Bradley Beal, maybe when this whole Wall injury stuff will not end next season, he should think of going to another franchise so he really can unlock his talents. But yeah, really good player. Should have been an All-Star this season, but wasn't, unfortunately for him. So yeah, Bradley Beal number 5. At number 4, I got Zach LaVine. So for me, he is one of the shooting guards with the most potential. So maybe when we disclude the number 1 shooting guard on my list, I would say that he would have chance to be the best shooting guard at one point in the NBA, but unfortunately there's another one with more potential. So but still, this doesn't mean anything. Like, potential is not everything, and he still can be one of the best. Unfortunately, his defense is not really good, but you don't need to be a great defender to play like solid defense when you have a good team around you with good defenders, so they can cover you up and you get the worst offensive player from the other team. And I think that's what Zach LaVine future gonna look like. So he's gonna carry his team offensively and defensively. He's gonna be high like I would say Steph Curry right now. And yeah, very talented. I'm very excited for him. He's not only like a shooter, he's also very athletic. Had some flash highlights this season, like his 3-point splash, buzzer beater, game winner against, I think, Charlotte was it, where he got off for, I think, like over 40 points. So yeah, great player, and I hope he gets a better coach because yeah, I mean, the coaching staff just sucks at Chicago, so they need to fire their coach. Yeah, number 3, I got Donovan Mitchell. He's a very good player, very talented, also very young. I wasn't sure to put Zach LaVine at number 3 or Donovan, but at the end I decided that the wins that the team gets at the end are also very important, and Utah right now is in the playoffs in the Western Conference, and the Bulls are just out of the playoffs. I think they're 9th seed. So yeah, the team victories they get throughout the season are also very important, and Donovan Mitchell carries them very much. Because like some of their new players are kind of disappointing. So Mike Conley does not really play well. Like the last 2 weeks before All-Star Weekend and after All-Star Weekend was better than before, but still not really what the people from Salt Lake City maybe hoped he will be. But it was kind of better. But Donovan Mitchell really carried them in many ways, and I think he's gonna be their franchise player when they don't fuck up this situation with him and make him unhappy, so he wants to leave. But yeah, great potential. I think his ceiling is extremely high, and if the season would progress, I would even say that he could carry the Utah Jazz to the Western Conference Finals. So I think he's that good. Yeah, coming at number 2, there's James Harden. I think this is the most controversial part because some people would say that he should go to the number one spot, but I don't think so. He's, in my opinion, too inconsistent, so he can go off for like 7 for 9 at one night, but then one game later goes like for 1 and 13. He still gets his points though, but it's just all the missed shots are not really good for the team, I think, because the teammates don't get any touches, and it's kind of frustrating to see like your star player always getting the shots even though he missed. So I think he is not the guy to go and win a championship, because I don't think that the strategy of the Rockets and how Harden plays will give them any chance to win a championship. Yeah, and it's not about hating. Maybe they will prove me wrong. I mean, I don't have anything against it. I'm not a hater of Houston, but I just don't see it coming, and it's too inconsistent. So they can win a playoff series, but I don't think they will go on and win a championship. And coming at number one is obviously Luka Doncic. So I'm a big fan of him and his play style. He's always positive at the court, so you always see him smiling. But he also gets frustrated when he loses. So he's the type of player that wants to win every night and goes off and gives you the show. But when you lose, you really see his dedication that he wants to win, and I like that a lot. And he's also very young, but already achieved that much. So yeah, his potential is really endless. I don't know how. I can't even imagine how good he can be like in 5 years or even like 7 years, when he really hits his prime and maybe gets a bit stronger physically and also gets a lot better at the game, even though he's already that good. And yeah, I think the ceiling for him is endless. He will be the MVP at some point. I mean, for me, he could be the MVP already this year, but yeah, the injury kind of destroyed his point. So I can understand why people would choose Giannis above him. I mean, I even would choose Giannis above him, but without the injury, I think he would have a shot at the MVP. But I mean, there are still so many seasons he's gonna play. So yeah, number one, Luka Doncic.